Hi, I'm Cinda Galt, author of the historical novel This Godforsaken Place. The story is set in 1885 in the West in Canada against the backdrop of the Louis Riel Rebellion. Protagonist is a 22-year-old immigrant who comes over from England with her father after her mother dies and expresses regret on her deathbed that she wasn't as adventurous enough in her life as she would have liked to be. So Abigail takes this as inspiration to go with her father to teach in northwestern Ontario in a place called Wabigoon, which is a place I know of because my husband is from there and I've been there and I know the landscape. She goes there, and shortly after they arrive, her father falls ill with consumption. So she is facing the probability that she's going to be stuck in the middle of nowhere all by herself, with way too much attention being expressed by the local shopkeeper. So she feels stuck and trapped, and to make her feel like she can at least take some action, she buys a rifle and goes and practices out on a range she fashions up on the rocks in the back 40. And one day she's up there practicing, she stumbles over a Jesse James gang member, wounded and lying on the ground. She bends over to find out more about him and is being shot at from behind. She wheels around, fires her rifle, and shoots and kills the Pinkerton cop who was tracking him. So now she's got a big problem on her hands, and this launches her into the epic journey of her life, which will take her out to Winnipeg, down through Manitoba, and on to New York City, where she will find the Bill Cody Wild West show. And what draws her there is, number one, a historical person who I personally found very interesting, Gabriel Dumont, who is the military general for Louis Riel, who allowed himself to be curtailed in his planning by Riel telling him God didn't want him to do certain things. I found that an interesting contradiction. And the other person who's historical, who she meets there, is Annie Oakley, of course, the Wayne Gretzky of her time with a rifle instead of a hockey stick, who is just so much better than anyone else around her at hitting targets. After this, of course, hijinks ensue, as they say, and Abigail has to figure out who she wants to be at a time when North American history is still very much in flux.